I'm Karianne Kroeker. I'm a painter. I graduated from high school last year from MSS. I've grown up in Merritt all my life, and I'm continuing to live here, going to college at NBIT here. I began painting when I was about 12 years old. My grandparents had gotten me an art kit, and I just kind of had it sitting in my closet for a few months until I finally decided to pull it out. I started with acrylic paints and watercolor. I never really liked to draw my art out first. I've always felt like drawing was kind of boring. I just like to slap my color on there. When I first started, I never got lessons. I just had a bit of experience in art class. In the beginning, I would just use a reference photo. I feel like I did take my inspiration more from nature and animals, but as I developed, I started to do people. I really like painting faces, and then it wasn't until last year where I really started to paint things without any reference point. It was just kind of from my mind. When I start a new piece, I kind of put down my focal point first. I never really do my background until the last step. Not that it's irrelevant, I like to focus on the bigger pieces of it. For the past few years, I've just been using acrylic paints. I really like painting with a lot of color, a lot of bright references, but then some of my art is just straight like gray and black with just a few like pops of color. I feel like I don't do just one type of style. It depends how I'm feeling that day, and then sometimes if I have a vision where it's just gonna be colorful, and then I might darken it up the next day. I feel like it just changes as I go throughout it and how I want it to look. I feel like my art is just a way of expressing myself, and I feel like I'd be really bored without it. It really does give me something to do, and I really enjoy doing it. Music is a big inspiration for me, and I feel like the dream would just be to make art for musicians. But I do have a separate career goal too, to be an art therapist. So it could go either way with my art, but I'm okay if I just paint for myself. I'd be happy with that. MSS has also really supported me and my art, so one of my pieces got chosen for the permanent collection at the school. Last year, I first came in contact with the Art Council when they held an art show for all the grade 12 grads. And then I really connected with a few of the members here on the council. And so I handed my resume in, and then I started my summer job here, doing kids programs. There were different kids every week, and one week I really liked that we did these murals that are gonna get hung up. It was really fun to do, so we used house paint, so it's thick and this is gonna stick for a while. And the kids would practice with stencils, painting those on. And I didn't offer much of a tutorial, I just wanted them to run with it. But I made sure that they knew to do big shapes, not like little details that people won't be able to see from far away. We did jewelry making, and we did nature crafts as well. And I also got the opportunity to paint some murals in the building. So I painted a few doors. I painted the community piano. My friends and my family have all really supported my art. They are very encouraging, but also they've commissioned pieces for me. So what I'm painting right now is just kind of inspired by a vulture. I'm just getting started, so there's not detail in this yet. And I'm just kind of marking out shapes, shading it a little bit. I don't have any vision for this. I'm just kind of laying any color down if it feels right. I feel like my main challenges is actually sitting down to create. Sometimes getting that inspiration can be difficult, but as soon as I have an idea, it's super easy to just go with it. I take a lot of my painting inspiration from musicians, so every single time I paint, I have music going. But normally I pull up a photo of the musician that I want to paint. The genres of music I really like are trap metal, and so that's kind of why some of my art looks dark, is because that music's pretty dark. I really like the singer Yves Tumor. I think they're a really great person to have as a muse. They're always switching up their wigs, clothes, and makeup. This is one of the most recent paintings I've done of the musician Yves Tumor. Painting the sunglasses was super fun. I think it was the first time I've ever done any sort of glass. I really liked the way the reflection came out. And this was also just like freeing to do. I could just slap any paint on there. Yeah, it looks really colorful. And then I like that I have this black background to make Yves Tumor pop. This painting is called Anti-Icon. It's inspired by a metal artist I really like named Ghostmane. I did this in my grade 12 year, and this one was featured in the NVCAC grad art show. This one was really cool to do with the barbed wire. I've never worked with barbed wire before. This painting is called Destroy. It's of a rapper I really like named NASCAR Aloe. I've sold this painting to someone in the art council community, so I'm super grateful for that. This one was really fun to play around with. I didn't have any vision for the background. I think I was inspired by graffiti a bit here. I really liked painting tattoos. I think I want to incorporate more of that to body art into my new paintings. And this one has gold foil in it, which it adds some nice shine to it. This painting is called The Party. It took me many months to do because I had no idea where I was going with it. I just wanted to add different animals, shapes, people. This one was just from my mind. It was very stress-free to do. A lot of the times when I have a reference photo, I feel some sort of pressure. I'm super thankful for all the support I've received from my friends and my family and the Art Council. I feel like the last year I've really grown into myself and my art reflects that. And so I'm happy for all the opportunities I've had.